It's Ronnie, and it is the 25th of January. Yeah, we're going to do that again this year. I did not. I did not get ahead, and I didn't stay caught up this Christmas either. Plus, I'm doing Baby Got scraps, so I will be using scraps. My pictures are of my youngest grandson, Malachi, and 2020 was his first year having Christmas. So this is going to be his first Christmas page because of the fact that that's what it says on his shirt. Most of the paper I'm using is Cartabella. It is not all the same collection, I don't think, because I was pulling scraps out. And, well, the green, I think, is the only one that's different. I think the rest is Here Comes Santa. And that striped paper, no, I didn't want the other side. Not at any time did I want the other side. So I did use the stripe. I think a couple of times. I spread it out where I could use it 3 times on a layout. I'm cutting kind of a narrow strip to go down between the two, well, the white and the stripe, so that it'll have a little bit of distinction, but I'm going to cover most of it up. He had so much red on in the photos. I considered not using that red snowflake, but I had the white and green, and I thought, well, I like it. I like it better than the other side. See, it's got a lot of white on it. And so I went with it anyway. If I wasn't using scraps, I probably would have went with, well, it's a wood grain, very light wood grain. Kind of reminds me of a vanilla color. It's so light wood grain, but then it's got garland all the way across it instead of the white background, and then put something else on there. But I would have had to cut into another paper to get something that matched. Oh, I put that note up there. Spellbinders Candy Cane Cutie die set. So I wouldn't forget because I could. Anyway, those were cut out at Christmas and leftovers. I had several candy canes done, and it does have 2 dies that are candy canes, one pointed in each direction or turned in each direction, and the stripe's different on both. And I looked for it so I could give you all a link, and I figured you all didn't want to pay $47 or $23, which is crazy, but you can find it on Amazon. And I think, well, I paid 10 something for it, and I think it's 9 something now. So you can get a little cheaper than what I did. I wanted a die set that had candy canes facing in opposite directions for a while, so I couldn't resist getting it, and I'm very happy with it. It came with stuff for greenery, that one branch that's the light green. I can't make no more of those. Not in that color anyway, not in that paper, because I used a scrap back at Christmas and it is gone. And it wasn't even Christmas that I used. But the white part, it is a Martha Stewart punch, and then the holly leaf and berries is part of the die set. See the candy cane letters over to the left? They're freckled fawn, and I did consider using them. Got them out, changed my mind, decided to use the sticker that says Christmas from the sticker sheet. And then I used my Tim Holtz dies. They're called cut out lowercase, to make the first on there because I wanted it to have a 1 and a ST. I didn't want to spell out first. I like it when it says 1 ST. I think it just looks good. Now here's where I goof. I did Malachi's name, and I'm going to put it down there below December 25th. And see, I got 2 sheets of those alphas out, those tile alphas. And I planned on putting 2020. Yeah, I told you. Yeah, 2020. It's not going to make it on there unless I put it on later. Not that we'll probably ever forget that his first Christmas was in 2020, but I thought I'd put it on there. And I put his name on there because there are times people be looking at my albums and they'll say, which baby is that? I mean, my sister-in-law, I did a layout of her son, and she took him to a photographer and got some pictures taken. And she didn't even know who he was. And then she laughed and said she gave her dad a picture, and she was asking her dad who the baby was. And her dad didn't know, but she sure bet it was him. She gave all her good pictures away and forgot what he looked like. But it is hard to tell when they're little like that, and so many babies in the family look quite a bit alike. But uh, I fussy cut these out. They are stickers, but they had quite a bit of white. And if I'd known I was going to put them on white, I wouldn't have fussy cut them out of the sticker sheet. But I decided to go ahead and put the little deer there and the Santa, and the deer kind of looked lost on that white. So I went ahead and brought one of the little branches over. Well, of course, I need two. So you're going to see me cut one down the middle just to make it go farther because I don't have another piece of that paper. Yeah, I'm thinking it was Atwell. It had these big round flowers on one side. And I fussy cut a few of them out and used them on a layout, but not very many. I used the green on the other side more, and I used it for die cutting. But I think I wiped it out now. That red snowflake paper down. I was thinking I'd be using some of that big chipboard Chamel, which I don't end up using. And the pieces am using, well, I had them out, so I considered it before I ever got started on the page, is the Echo Park. And to get it to fill in, I'm going to have a lot more. If I'd used the chipboard, I could have got away with just a few pieces because they're pretty good size. I didn't mention that December 25th is a pocket thing from Simple Story Snap album. And I've never had a Snap album, but I got a warehouse box once and there was some Snap album stuff in there. And those pockets were in there. And I first thought about tucking one of the pictures in it. I even tried it and it was cute, but I decided instead to just kind of dress it up to the side of the photos. All those little gifts that I'm putting on the layout, they're from a sheet of Echo Park, not Cartabella. I had a sheet cut out of Cartabella, like a whole sheet cut out of it, but that stuff didn't seem to go. I pulled it out and looked, and it just did not seem to go. It was more, oh, like postal than the gifts were. And so I decided I needed gifts and knew I had some already fussy cut out of the Echo Park. So Echo Park and Cartabella's getting mixed. The texture's a little bit different, because Cartabella is awesome, but it'll be in the page protector. I don't think anybody else will notice it but me. I did consider getting a die out and cutting some presents and putting there, but I thought, well, they'll all be the same shape. And I knew some of these were kind of wonky shaped, and I like the wonky. But I want to mention that down there below is all the gals that's doing the 25th of the month and all the gals that are doing Baby's Got Scrap. So there's lots of inspiration down there. And if you want to see different ways to use your scraps and to stretch them a little farther instead of throwing them away, be sure to check that out. And if you are not ahead on your Christmas, if you still have stuff left that needs done and don't think you're going to catch up by next year, join us every month and create some Christmas. And of course, there's always the possibility somebody's creating cards or Christmas presents or some sort of decorative Christmas item. So it's not always going to be layouts. I am about done with the layout here. I'm putting one of the little buttons from Chamel down there to the left of Malachi. And I'm going to pull out a flare and put on there also. And I'm going to put it upside down first. So y'all will notice it is upside down before it gets turned over. It says, oh, oh, oh at first. But I notice it. And so then it gets changed to ho, ho, ho instead. But once I do those things, my layout will be done. And I really want to thank you all so much for watching my video. I really appreciate it. That you take your time to watch my video when there's a gazillion out there to watch. And I want to especially thank you for the comments that you leave. They make my day. I mean, they really do. I really, really appreciate them. And see, it says ho, ho, ho now. I fixed it. And there's the Santa, and he is on foam tape. And you can see a little bit of Malachi there. He wasn't smiling in either one of the pictures, but he still looked adorable. He's blowing bubbles in one. And there's that Simple Stories card that says December 25th. And my little, I would have used a different one. It was the camera one. I wanted to use it, but it had a light blue, and there's no other light blue on my layout. So I had to pass that up, although there is some light blue in this collection. There just wasn't any on the pages I was using right now. And there's my Christmas. I'll have to figure out something to do with the Mary since I used the first Christmas. And I guess I showed that twice, maybe? I might have. But if you leave a comment down there below, I'll get back with you. If you like the video and hit a thumbs up, I'd appreciate it. And if you are not subscribed to my channel, I'd love to have you subscribe. And those who already are, thank you so much. But have a happy, scrappy week. Take care and stay safe. Bye.